Okay, so you started to exercise and you're in your 15th, 16th and you're starting to want to build more muscle. And there are few things that, or there is one essential thing that can help you build more muscle. And that is something that we have in our body. And that is testosterone. You probably already heard about testosterone and know what it is. It's an enzyme, I think, that is in our body that is found in larger quantity in men than in women, and makes us stronger, makes us grow better muscle and things like these. But in the last few years, in our generation, we're facing a problem that never happened before, and that is that younger men have less testosterone than their fathers, grandfathers. Which is weird because with age the testosterone goes down, and now we are in a generation that is lower than the last generation even though we are younger. And there are few things that are causing this and few things that are result of this. And those things aren't good for us. But as I said, the thing that is important right now to focus on is the testosterone. And you probably want to have more testosterone, but in today's world it's shunned if you want to have more testosterone. So what can you do about it? Well, there are few things that you can do about it. There are there are especially two main ways that people think that they can raise their testosterone. One is saying affirmations to yourself. So imagine yourself looking in the mirror and telling yourself, I have high testosterone. My testosterone levels are at the top. I have higher and higher testosterone every day. And some of you might think, well, this can't work. And it might work, it might not work. Depends. Well, it's scientifically proven that our body, our mind controls our body, and if we think like something like this, then there's a higher chance that it's really gonna happen. That's why some people who go through a really bad illness can get back into life, meanwhile others die because of the illness or something like that. Because the people who survive and thrive afterwards are mostly people who in their mind don't put too much weight on it and think like, yeah, I can get through this. I'm gonna be alright. This is nothing. And the other people are like, oh no, what am I gonna do? This is so bad. I can die. So the people who are calm, collected, and in their mind think that they can win over the illness and achieve better things are gonna do it because their mind is gonna support that. The other people are gonna be worse off. So technically, yes, saying affirmations to yourself works. Now there's a second camp that thinks about how to raise your testosterone. And that is that you do things that are scientifically proven to raise testosterone. Like, for example, doing a workout that raises testosterone, which means lifting heavy weights, doing short workouts that are super taxing, and things like these. Or getting more sleep, which, by the way, there is something called, or it's said that everybody should get 8 hours of sleep and teenagers should get 10 hours or up to 10 hours or more based on how they need it. But the teenagers need more because they are in the growing stage. But there is one thing that everybody forgets to mention, and that is sleep effectiveness. And sleep effectiveness plays quite a huge role, because sleep effectiveness is how much of the time you spend in bed, how much of it is real sleep that helps you. So, for example, most of the people have sleep effectiveness of 80 to 85%. And if you are supposed to get 8 hours of sleep, then how much time do you really have to spend in bed? If you made math, you figure out that it's 10 hours, approximately 10 hours for real 8 hours of sleep. And let's face it, how many people really do spend 10 hours in bed to get the 8 hours of sleep? And for teenagers, it's even worse. Teenagers are supposed to get 10 hours of sleep, which means that they should spend about 12 and a half hours in bed. And if I know something from my own experience as a former teenager, then most teenagers spend like 7 hours in bed, even less. We just go to sleep late and sometimes wake up late, but like most teenagers that I know of go to sleep at like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 in the morning and wake up at 10, 11, 12, depends when they need to get up. But that means that they still sleep only or spend time in bed for like 7, 8 hours. Now 7 or 8 hours gives you about 6 to 7 hours of sleep, real sleep. And I said teenagers should have at least 10 hours of sleep. So, we want to maximize how much we sleep. That's gonna raise your testosterone level. And these two camps are both working for raising the testosterone. So why not do something that our main guy of self-improvement shows to everyone? Why not do something that Hamza Ahmed himself is saying works the best, which is combining the two together. You're gonna say the affirmations to yourself, and you're gonna do the things that raise your testosterone. And you can do one more thing. You can use the placebo effect for your advantage. Because scientists found out that if you give to humans a milkshake that you say is low in carbs, low in sugars, has a high protein, they are gonna believe it and the body is gonna adapt to it and work with it. You're gonna achieve better results in gym, have lower glucose levels, lower blood sugar, some things like these. And they gave them these shakes, and after some time they gave them another shake that they said this is high in sugars, high in glucose. And the men drank it, and yeah, their blood sugar spiked, glucose spiked, everything spiked their fats they created in their body. But what the scientists didn't tell them was the shakes were the same. So use this placebo effect for yourself. Think about drinking water or something and tell yourself in your mind that it's full of high testosterone levels, that it boosts your testosterone level. And of course, you can figure out how much testosterone you have in your body. I myself haven't done the test, but Hamza did, and if you want to see if it really works, you can go check his channel out, his video. You're gonna find it there, that it really works. And as I said, you can test your levels, and if your levels are in the realm of 200 nanograms per deciliter to 1000 and something, I don't remember exactly, 1000 something nanograms per deciliter of testosterone in your body or blood, then you're in the okay range. But this is for every man. Doesn't matter what age you are. So right now you might be thinking, wait, for every man? So even if someone is 80 years old, if they have 259 grams per deciliter of testosterone in their blood, that means that they are in the okay range. And if I have the same amount but I'm 60 years younger, I'm still in the okay range? What? And didn't he at the beginning said that the testosterone goes down with age? Yeah, so based on this, we should aim for the high end of the spectrum. If you are in your 15s, 16s to early 20s, or technically your whole life, you should aim for the high numbers. But it's naturally gonna go down a little bit. So you should aim for the thousands nanograms per deciliter or something like that to boost yourself a lot. It's gonna elevate a lot of your problems that you might have, that might come in the future, and that are important to know about. So I want you to take this advice and try to fit it in your plan. And remember, hard work pays off.